why can't the people just let 9-year-olds go to work?
Because you're not. Because at 9 years old, you don't even understand money yet. So it's a lot. But I want you to understand that at 9 years old, what we're doing is we're talking about money because this is reality. And when y'all keep asking for money, I need you to realize where money is coming from, okay? This is fine, but it's okay. What I'm teaching you, though, is you got to know where your money is going. So the reason why we're doing it the long way, where some people who might say, oh, it's not taking all that, it does, because until you understand money, until you understand the concept of money, you will never be able to save for money and spend money wisely because you don't have an idea where money is going. Another thing I want to make sure we talk about when we get ready to talk about check registry. Let's go ahead and I'm giving you all a blank sheet of a check registry. So after you write all your checks and you talk about all the stuff that you spent for the week, right? This is a good time to do it every week, or sometimes people do it every day. Sometimes people wait once a month. Whatever's going to be work for you all. I just need you to know exactly where your money is going. So here we go. I'm going to give you a blank check registry, okay? Let's talk about what the blank check registry is going to look like. So in this check registry, we're going to talk about what our starting balance is. I'm going to let you tell me what your starting balance is. This means how much money do you have? Now, you don't have to tell me if it's a high number or a low number, but you just tell me or make believe number, or I just want to know exactly what is your check. How much money do you have access to? Now, don't make it be crazy like I have $1,000. No, let's be realistic, because in real life you don't get to play Monopoly money. So how much money do you want to start your check register with? $100? Okay, so your balance is going to be $100. How about you? Okay, so $300. Okay. So $300. So put your balance at $300. So go ahead and put $300, you put $100. And then this is your cents. Do you have any cents? Okay, so 0, 0. Put $300.29. Okay. Now, you have $300. You got, how much is yours? Now, I want you all to figure out, what did you buy this week? What have you bought this week? Did you go to Sephora? Did you go to Starbucks?
Yes.
Okay, so let's do a Starbucks entry, right? Since y'all seem to go to Starbucks. How much money do you remember spending at Starbucks? It doesn't matter. Just tell me.
$3.65.
Okay, so write $3.65 out of yours. You got Starbucks? Now, before we can tell, we know what we spent for the week, we have to know if it's a payment or is it a deposit or credit. Now, remember, we talked about this.
Payment. It's a payment.
Why?
Because it says money.
There you go. And what is credit? So what is a credit? What do we talk about?
A deposit.
There you go. Money that you what? Earn or put in. Good job. There you go. Put in the bank. So Starbucks, we know we didn't put that in the bank, so we have to subtract.
So we have to put in payment.
There you go.
Put
$3.65.
What's the check mean?
So if we was to read this, so if we have, we're gonna talk about that. So so we don't remember the date. So let's just make up a date. Let's say we went to Starbucks
Yesterday.
Okay.
118.
118. So 118, just put 118. That's it. You should know the year, but if you need the year, you put the whole year, but if not, 118. So 365. So now what we would do is so now we finished from left to right. It's not a check number. This is the date. This is the transaction. This is the payment, if it's a deposit. And then what we're doing is we're subtracting 100 from, which is the balance we brought forward, minus 365. Does that make sense? So in your case, you would take your how much money you have?
329.
Minus what?
Minus 365.
But we're not going to use the whole line. So this is all, the first column is your dollar, the second column is your pennies or your cents, okay? So your 365, just like you have over here. Get your paper on the opposite side and let's subtract, old school. I know y'all don't have computers and stuff, but I need you to understand what's going on with your money, okay?
Okay.
All right, so now we just wrote checks out, right? So in our checks, I want to go ahead and now the checks that we just wrote, guess what we're going to do? We're going to take our checks that we had, right? And we're going to write those in our checkbook registry, okay? So I need y'all to get that for me. Where are your checks, Sarah? So we had check number what? What's our first check entry we're going to put in here?
Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay, so check number 1, 2, 3, 4. Write your check numbers in there. And then who do we write it to? Energy. So we're gonna put energy there.
Then
And then is that a debit or is it a credit?
payment.
So how much is, so what is it, a debit or a credit?
Debit.
Okay. Because why? Debit is doing what to your account? It's paying your account, right? So a debit is taking away your money, right? You're in the negative because why?
Oh yeah.
You only had $100 in your bank account, so you basically have written what people would call a bounce check, meaning you wrote a check that you didn't really have enough money, and that happens. Some people really do that, like straight up. And I'm not saying it's right, but for whatever reason, they're trying to pay the bills, but they know that it's bounce. So then you're gonna incur some fees from your bank when you write a bounce check. You may get a stop payment if you keep doing it. So in reality, when you keep writing bad checks, it will mess your account up. Okay, so you too won't have enough money. You got the 300, and again, this is what happens. Some people really write out checks and they don't have enough money. But what does it mean? What does that mean? We're gonna have to do? We gotta do what? Work. Okay, we gotta do what, JC?
Work.
Or we gotta get some more what in our account?
There's some money.
Some more money, exactly. So this is reality, and this is the reason why we're writing all this out of these steps. Is I need y'all to understand